The fascinating tale of the 1987 British 2-pence coin, a journey through history, royalty, and everyday treasure. Hello, friends. Welcome to Old World Coins Vault here. We bring you the oldest, the rarest, and the most mysterious coins from around the world. Do you want to know which coin is worth millions? Which coin is hiding one of history's biggest secrets? And which coin looks ordinary today, but could make you rich tomorrow? So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's open the Old World Coins Vault. Imagine holding a small, unassuming bronze disc in your hand, just 25.9 millimeters across, weighing a mere 7.12 grams. Yet this tiny object tells a grand story of empires, queens, economic revolutions, and the quiet pulse of daily life in the United Kingdom. This is the 1987 2-pence coin, featuring Queen Elizabeth II on one side and a symbol of ancient royalty on the other. Minted during a time of global change, it represents not just currency, but a bridge between Britain's imperial past and its modern era. Let's dive into its history. Our story begins in the misty annals of British history, long before decimal coins jingled in pockets. For centuries, the UK's currency was a complex web of pounds, shillings, and pence, a system inherited from the Romans and tweaked through medieval times. By the 20th century, this pre-decimal setup was outdated, confusing for trade, and inefficient in a world racing toward globalization. Enter Decimal Day, February 15, 1971. On this fateful day, Britain bid farewell to its ancient coinage and embraced a simpler system where 100 pence made a pound. Among the new arrivals were the 1 penny, halfpenny, later demonetized in 1984, and our hero, the 2-pence coin. The 2-pence, or 2-pence, was designed to replace the old penny's fractional value, making transactions smoother. But why 1987 specifically? By then, decimalization was well established, and the Royal Mint, the ancient institution responsible for UK's coins since the 9th century, was churning out millions annually to meet circulation needs. 1987 was a year of quiet prosperity in Britain under Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. The economy was booming with privatization, but inflation and everyday spending required fresh coins. That year, an astonishing 218,100,752 pence coins were minted for circulation, plus 88,659 proofs for collectors. These weren't special editions, they were everyday money, destined for shop tills, vending machines, and children's piggy banks. Now let's flip the coin and examine its faces. The front side, or obverse, features the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. But this isn't just any image. It's the third portrait, crafted by sculptor Raphael David Makhlouf. Introduced in 1985 and used until 1997, it shows Her Majesty at age 59, facing right, adorned with the George IV state diadem, a crown she wore to Parliament openings, pearl earrings, and a necklace. The inscription reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1987. What does this Latin mean? Dei gratia regina fide defensatrix, by the grace of God, Queen, defender of the faith. This title harks back to Henry VIII, who claimed it after breaking from the Catholic Church in the 1530s. Elizabeth II, who ascended the throne in 1952 after her father George VI's death, embodied continuity. Her reign, the longest in British history, 70 years until 2022, saw wars, decolonization, and cultural shifts. Makhlouf, a British sculptor of Jewish Lebanese descent, won a competition to design this portrait, beating others with his realistic yet regal style. He incised his initials RDM subtly on the Queen's neck truncation. Why this design? It symbolized stability in a changing world, reminding users of the monarchy's enduring role. Turning to the backside, or reverse, we find a more mysterious emblem, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, with the motto Ich diene, German for I serve, below. Above it arcs 2 pence, with the numeral 2 at the bottom. This isn't random heraldry. It's the badge of the Prince of Wales, traditionally held by the heir to the throne. Its origins trace to the 14th century, when Edward, the Black Prince, son of Edward III, adopted it after the Battle of Crecy in 1346. Legend says he took the feathers from the helmet of the defeated King John of Bohemia, who was blind but fought valiantly. Ich diene was the king's motto, symbolizing service. Over centuries, it became the insignia for future kings, including Charles, now King Charles III, who was Prince of Wales in 1987. The designer? Christopher Ironside, a versatile artist who won the 1965 competition for decimal coin reverses. Ironside, born in 1913, drew from heraldry to create simple, bold designs. His 2p reverse was used from 1971 to 2008, before a shield motif replaced it. Why this symbol for the 2p? It honored Wales within the UK, fostering national unity. And its feathers echoed the coin's value, light yet essential. The Royal Mint, based in Launtrisson, Wales since 1968, moved from London for space. Established around 886 AD by King Alfred the Great, it's one of the world's oldest mints. In 1987, under Master of the Mint Sir John Porteous, they used bronze, 94% copper, 6% tin, for the 2 pence, before switching to cheaper copper-plated steel in 1992 due to rising metal costs. Why was it made? Primarily for economic necessity, to replenish circulating currency amid growing commerce. But symbolically, it reinforced the monarchy's image during Elizabeth's Silver Jubilee echoes. Her actual jubilee was 1977, but 1987 marked 35 years. No grand ceremony marked its release. It quietly entered pockets, witnessing events like the stock market crash of 1987 or the birth of the Internet age. As for its value today in the international market, in 2026, this coin remains legal tender in the UK, worth exactly 2 pence, about 0.025 USD. But for collectors, circulated examples fetch 50 to 500 pence on sites like eBay or numismatic auctions. Uncirculated ones from mint sets go for $100 to $2,000. Proof versions, with mirror-like finish, can sell for $300 to $5,000. Because such a large number of these coins were minted, it is considered a common coin. However, if a rare error example is found, such as an off-center or misaligned strike, its value can reach $8 to $10 million. Although the total face value of all 218 million coins theoretically amounts to billions, this isn't practical in reality. Instead, think of it as an affordable piece of history, a reminder of Queen Elizabeth II's era that you can still own today for just a few coins. In global markets, eBay US/UK, MA Shops, Europe Numismatic Groups, it's an affordable entry to British coin collecting, perfect for beginners or as a memento of Queen Elizabeth II's long reign. Total hypothetical face value of the mintage? Over £4.3 million, but in reality,